Your dog has been trying to tell you something every single day, and the moment you understand what it is, you will never look at them the same way again. Most owners believe they're doing everything right. They aren't. And that gap between what your dog needs and what they actually get is silently destroying the bond they are desperately trying to build with you. Stay until the end, because the last point is the one that changes everything. Welcome to the channel. If you love your dog and want to truly understand them, subscribe right now. Let's get into it. Here is something almost no one talks about in the canine world, and it sounds so simple that most will overlook it without a second thought. But if you implement just one thing from this video, let it be this. The first 5 minutes of your morning shape your dog's emotional reality for the rest of the day. It's not their food, their walk, or their toys. It's those first 5 minutes. Dogs are pack animals. That's not a metaphor. It's a biological truth etched into their DNA after 15,000 years of evolution alongside ours. Their brains are designed to orient toward a social anchor. In the wild, that anchor was the pack leader. In your home, that anchor is you. The moment you wake up and reach for your phone before reaching for your dog, you are sending a signal that lands deep within their nervous system. That signal says, "You are not my priority." A study published in the journal Applied Animal Behavior Science found that dogs who receive consistent social interaction from their owners in the morning show significantly lower baseline cortisol levels throughout the day, less stress, calmer behavior, and a more balanced nervous system. All because of something that takes 30 seconds. It doesn't need to be elaborate. You don't have to get on the floor and wrestle at 7 in the morning. Just wake up, find their eyes, and say their name with warmth. Let them greet you however they want. Let that moment be theirs. Because this is what's really happening. Your dog has been waiting while you slept. Their entire world was on hold. You are the main event of their existence. And when you acknowledge them first, before the coffee or the phone, their brain registers something no treat can replicate. I matter here. And a dog that knows they matter is a completely different animal than one who isn't sure. How many times have you pulled the leash on a walk because your dog stopped to smell something for the 10th time in 2 minutes? How many times have you said, "let's go," and kept walking because you were in a hurry? Almost every owner has done it, and almost none of them have any idea what they just took away from their dog. To understand why this matters, you must understand how your dog experiences the world. Humans are visual creatures. We process our surroundings mainly by what we see. Dogs don't. A dog's nose contains up to 300 million olfactory receptors. We only have about 6 million. The part of their brain dedicated to analyzing smells is, proportionally, 40 times larger than ours. What does this mean in practice? When your dog stops to sniff a hydrant or a plastic grass for a minute, they aren't wasting time. They are reading. They are receiving a first note. Which animals passed by, how long ago, what they ate, and whether they were stressed or healthy. Every scent is a diagram. Every surface is a page. Your neighborhood is a novel your dog has been trying to finish for years, and every time you tug at them, you are slamming the book shut in the middle of a sentence. A landmark study published in Applied Animal Cognition found that dogs allowed to select freely showed significantly higher levels of optimism in subsequent behavioral tests. Not just satisfaction, optimism. The way you let them use their nose affects how they view life. The walk your dog needs isn't the fastest route around the block. It's a slow stroll where they lead with their nose and we follow with patience. 20 minutes of genuine sniffing does more for their mental health than an hour of pure physical exercise. Do you talk to your dog throughout the day? Do you narrate what you're doing or say their name just because? If you do, you're doing something far more powerful than you think. A 2022 study in Budapest used brain imaging to measure how dogs responded to their owner's voice. They discovered something amazing. Dogs process the emotional tone of your voice in the same brain hemisphere that we humans use for emotional communication. When you use a warm, slightly high-pitched voice, the kind that comes naturally when talking to babies, a dog's nervous system enters immediate relaxation. Their heart rate drops, and their muscles release tension. Your voice is the most potent regulatory tool your dog has. Every time you whisper something while they rest by your side, you are telling their nervous system directly, "everything is safe. You can relax. I am here." When was the last time you truly played with your dog? And I don't mean throwing a ball while checking your phone or pulling a rope half-heartedly. I mean being fully present, making the game feel real. There is a vast difference between keeping your dog entertained and actually fulfilling them as an animal. That difference is the reason why so many dogs develop anxiety, destructive behaviors, or what veterinarians call canine depression. Dogs are not domesticated wolves in the sense that their instincts have disappeared. Their instincts have simply been redirected. From the smallest Chihuahua to the largest Great Dane, they all carry within them a drive to hunt, to chase, and to retrieve. These are not whim, they are biological imperatives. When those impulses don't find an outlet, that energy doesn't just vanish. It transforms into anxiety, into broken furniture, or into incessant barking. What does real play look like? You move. You make the toy unpredictable. You let the game build up, a slow movement, a pause, and suddenly an explosion of energy. Let your dog win. Let them catch the toy, shake it, and feel the satisfaction of the kill. At the end, build in a cooling down phase, so their nervous system returns to a state of calm. That ritual tells their brain, I am capable, I am alive, my owner sees me. Does your dog have a place to go when the world gets too loud? I'm not talking about a crate where you lock them up when they misbehave. I'm talking about a corner they chose themselves, where no one bothers them, no one calls them, and no one expects anything from them. If the answer is no, your dog is missing something essential. The science is clear. Dogs are social animals, but they also need isolation. The ability to pull away from noise and activity to enter a state of deep rest is a neurological necessity. A study in the journal Animals showed that dogs with a shelter respected by the owner have much lower chronic stress level. And the key word here is respected. The space only works if everyone in the house understands that. When the dog is there, it is sacred ground. You don't call them, you don't pet them, you don't interrupt them. Many owners make the mistake of petting them exactly when the dog decides to lay down and rest. Every interruption teaches them the same thing. In this house, there is no place where I am truly safe to rest. A dog that doesn't truly rest doesn't recover, and a dog that doesn't recover accumulates stress that sooner or later will explode into behavioral problems. You know that moment perfectly. You sit on the couch and your dog, slowly and deliberately, walks over to you, circles around, and presses their body against yours or drops onto your lap. Your arm falls asleep, you can't reach the remote, you're uncomfortable, and yet you don't move. Most people treat this as a cute anecdote or a funny inconvenience. But what is actually happening in that instant is one of the deepest acts of communication an animal is capable of. Sleep is the state of greatest vulnerability for any living being. While sleeping, defenses are down, senses disconnect, and the ability to react to a threat disappear. In the wild, a dog would never sleep pressed against another creature unless something deep in its biology had decided, beyond all doubt, that this creature will not harm them while they are defenseless. When your dog chooses to fall asleep while touching you, they aren't just seeking comfort. They are making a declaration. They are saying, of all the places in the world, of all the safe corners I have chosen you. You are the safest place I know. And the way you respond in that moment either honors that declaration or weakens it. Every time you stay still, every time you sacrifice your comfort and simply let them sleep, you are replying to their message with one of your own. I understand what you are giving me, and I will not take it for granted. Think about everything we've covered. The morning greeting that tells them they matter. The unhurried walks where their nose leads the way. The warmth of your voice. The play that honors their instincts and the sacred space for their rest. Each of these things is a deposit into an emotional bank account that your dog tracks with astonishing precision. And when they press their body against yours and close their eyes, that is the moment the account is settled. It is trust made flesh. You will never look at that moment the same way again. And you shouldn't, because it was never just an app. It was everything you have built together, manifesting all at once. If this video has changed the way you see your dog, share it with someone who loves them as much as you do. Subscribe to the channel. We are here every week to help you understand the animal that chose to spend their one and only life by your side. They deserve to be understood. I'll see you in the next video.